All right, Cybertron Con 2024 in Shanghai, as well as the Singapore Comic Con out in Singapore, obviously, just wrapped up over the weekend, and there was a ton of Transformers reveals by Hasbro, as well as Blokees and a few others. But we will be talking about in this video a few of my favorite reveals, mostly from Hasbro, Takara Tomy, and the upcoming figures for 2025. Lots of stuff to cover. Let's get right to it. First up, we are getting a new series of Generations figures. That's what they do every year. They try to change it up every 3 years. They start up a new series, but they're all Generations figures from the classics, Henkei, Power of the Primes. I'm so sick and tired of naming all the series, but all those series, Legacy, War for Cybertron, Trilogy, all of those are Generations figures, meaning they are mainline figures, which are updated versions of the old classic figures from G1, from the Unicron trilogy, from Transformers Prime, Transformers Animated, and as such. And we begin with one of the first few offerings for the deluxe class line of the Age of the Primes. That's the new Generations line. It's going to last for 3 years, I suppose. Maybe next year it's going to be different. But for 2025, it's Age of the Primes. We've got the Animated Universe Bumblebee repaint, Wasp. Oh, they call him Waspinator now. But on this show, I think from Transformers Animated, I think it was just called Wasp. And then when he got crazy and all that, because he got blamed for something Bumblebee did and went to prison, whatever, on Cybertron. He came back on Earth and took his revenge on Bumblebee, and I think they called him Waspinator, but he was originally Wasp, and it's actually a pretty cool repaint. As you can see right here, they didn't do much. They just changed the head sculpt. He's got the same accessories, just all redone in green and purple, the old Animated Universe Bumblebee. I'm actually liking the figure. It's just that I don't think I need it. I'll probably review it, but I'm not keeping this one. Really cool colors though. I'm digging the green. Very, very Transformers Animated accurate. Then we have, for the nth time, the Studio Series 86 Grimlock, Leader Class Grimlock mold. They're just milking the keeping it PG. They're just milking the milk out of this mold. We've got the G2 Universe Grimlock. Ah, man. Colors look great. I'm liking it, actually, but really, Hasbro, do we really need another recolor? You could do the fans some service by just re-releasing the original figure, because that original figure is going for $120 to $200, no, not 200, $120 to $150 online on the secondary and tertiary markets. It is literally very, very difficult, near impossible to acquire this figure for a decent price. So do us all a favor and just re-release the original Studio Series 86. You can pack it in a new packaging just to make fans believe that it's a new figure, but re-release the original gray and silver. Or better yet, have Takara Tomy do a box set of all 5 dinos, all 5 Studio Series 86 Dinobots in toy accurate colors with a gold chrome and the silver chrome. Oh, I would be so down for that. I'd probably pay like what, $60 each times 5. Oh man, that would be like what, $300. I'd pay that much if it were done in chrome. So yeah, he still comes with Wheelie, the unarticulated, non-transforming. He's got some articulation, but really just an accessory. And did they do him in G2 colors as well? No, I think this is cartoon. Is this cartoon accurate? I don't think there was a G2 Wheelie though. So this could be more cartoon accurate, because the other one was like toy accurate. Okay, next up we have from the Unicron Trilogy universe, from Armada universe, we have Voyager class Autobot Red Alert. Is he Voyager? I think he's Voyager though. He was actually looking pretty good. I wasn't a big fan of the figure back in the old Armada toy line, but I did love the character. So he's pretty accurate, actually, with a ton of articulation, more articulation than the original figure, obviously. But these Armada Generations figures have always been, like, based on what I've reviewed, except for Optimus Prime, they've actually been inferior to the original, especially that Starscream. But this one, he's looking to be pretty good. Yep, I think he's gonna have pretty decent articulation. He's got some interchangeable hands. Truck mode looks very, very solid. No gimmicks though on this one, I think. So that's okay. But I do like the colors on the truck mode. Okay, now we have a reveal of the next Gestalt that they're doing. Because, you know, after Menasor, I honestly believed that they were going to redo all the combiners. Everyone was telling me on my videos that like the Menasor was a one-off. Everyone was saying that they said they were never going to do the other combiners. Menasor is just going to be a one-off. You got to keep your other Combiner Wars figures. But I really believe, knowing Hasbro, they've been doing this for 2 decades now. They are going to keep giving us newer and better versions of the figures that they just released. And they're doing the same thing, just like what the other consumer products are doing, like iPhones, like cell phones, laptops, and all that. It's planned obsolescence. I learned that term from this Netflix show called Buy Now. It's a really good show, good docuseries. Anyway, planned obsolescence. They want you to keep buying and buying, discarding the old one, and such. They're going to come up with a better Superion Gestalt or Combiner team, starting off with Silverbolt, the leader of the Aerobots who was originally afraid to fly. So he's looking pretty accurate, very, very cartoon accurate, not toy accurate, definitely, because the toy was really tall and lanky and couldn't do that kind of articulation. The wings are pretty big though, really huge wings. So he's a commander class, much like Motormaster, and they gave him a trailer. I'm sorry. They have a poor excuse for the kibble, the combiner part, so they made it into a battle station. That's really like a trailer, but a Concorde jet does not have a trailer, so this is their poor excuse for a battle station. So okay Hasbro. And here we have a really good look at what Superion is shaping out to be. And I'm a little disappointed with the legs. I really thought back in the cartoon that Air Raid and who's the other guy, Slingshot, would be in front of the shins. Somebody tell me if in the cartoon they were actually the back. I know the Stunticons were inverted. The cars attached at the back, but the toy attached in front. In the toy, the original Aerobots, they were facing front, but now they're facing back because this is basically a redo of the Motormaster mold. This should be interesting, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think it's a more solid Superion, much more accurate to the cartoon than the Combiner Wars. I guess we'll have to wait and see how this thing pans out, but I'm slightly optimistic about this combine mode. And then we have our first aerial bot limb. We have Air Raid, looking pretty good. The black was an F-15 jet, and yeah, very cartoon accurate, much better than the Combiner Wars version, and I'm loving the colors. Comes with 2 guns and a really cool looking black color. I know this is just renders, so we'll have to wait and see for the final product if it's really as good as this one. Lots of hollow spaces though. I can still see some hollow spaces, so just I think that's just normal. Hasbro being their normal cheapo stuff, cheapo style. That's how they roll. Okay, and that alt mode's looking very, very sharp. I am loving this. I'm really liking this. And then we have the second aerial bot limb. We have Slingshot, and yeah, he's wow. I think they got the colors right. He was one of the annoying aerial bots back in the old G1 cartoon. He was okay. One of the more popular ones because he was annoying. So very cartoon accurate. I'm loving that head sculpt. Very G1. And again, a very, very accurate alt mode. I'm liking this. They did a wonderful job with the Stunticon team, and I think they're gonna do an even better job with this one. But you know what? I'm pretty sure, if you don't want to collect them individually, just wait for Takara Tomy and even Hasbro to come up with a box set. They did that with Menasor. I'm pretty sure 100 billion% they're going to do a box set for this one, as well as the Constructicons. Okay, now we have a glimpse of our first of the 13 primes in packaging. This was revealed like last month. I think on the 1027 event on Hasbro Pulse. And the box is fantastic. The plastic window is back, thank goodness. But that artwork, very IDW-ish, loving it. So he comes with several weapons and some flame effects. And the tank mode, I think that tank mode is the main selling point for this figure. Very much like a huge Megatron. Even that robot mode, I'm not hating it. I think it's going to be great. Okay, then we have the second of the 13 primes. We have the leader of the primes, Prima Prime. That's an interesting name. All done in all gray, kind of reminds me of an Ironhide and Ratchet mold based on his alt mode. He looks great. He could be a cross between a Vector Prime mold or a G-Axis mold. I love that sword though, and that head sculpt, really nice. And he's got the Matrix of leadership. Of course, he's got to have the Matrix. It's a nice cavity in his chest, opening compartment. And again, this alt mode is giving me a lot of Ratchet and Ironhide Cybertronian vibes. I hope the transformation is very different. It looks interesting. It looks like something you would use in the Arctic military. I don't know. I love the white on gray colors though. Then we have the third of the 13. We have Solus Prime, the only female Prime, and she carries with her the Forge of Solus Prime, her hammer. That hammer looking very cool. I just thought it would be bigger though, but she's more purple Cyclonus than I would want her to be. I thought from the comic books he would have lighter shades of purple, maybe some lavender here and there, but very Cyclonus looking, like a female Cyclonus. This one is probably the one I was most excited about for the new age of the Primes, more than the Optimus Prime, the Star Convoy, or even Megatronus. I don't know, I could be wrong. This is a deluxe class figure. Could be disappointing at some point when I do the review, but this is the one I'm very excited for. I can't wait to get this one and review it. That alt mode doesn't look Cybertronian. It looks like a very futuristic Earth mode with the windows and that grill. This thing looks great. I hope it doesn't disappoint. And then we have the fourth of the 13 primes, and he is a Titan class figure. Man, if you're thinking of collecting all 13, you're gonna have to save up. Your bank account is going to go into the emergency room, I think. I know mine's already in a coma, so I don't know how I'm gonna afford all of these next year. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe Hasbro can give me some. No, they're not gonna do that. So this thing is huge. He might not be as big as some of the other Titan figures like Metroplex or Scorponok or even maybe the Arc, but he's probably going to be as big as Tidal Wave. I don't have Tidal Wave. I never got Tidal Wave, but this one looks really, really interesting. So he's got a lot of flame effects. That's how they justify the Titan class price point. They're gonna give you a lot of plastic for a smaller figure, lots of blast effects. And they've got, is that Rodimus or Hot Rod? With a small trailer as well. So the box says it's Hot Rod. But it does look like Hot Rod, but he's got a trailer. Looking terrific. This is a great looking Optimus Prime. I hope it's not cheap plastic. I hope it's very, very solid plastic like the Arc, and not cheap like the Cybertron Metroplex. So yeah, he does have a cavity. The box says it's Hot Rod, so yeah, I like that. I like that they're very true to the cartoon. The alt mode looks sick. It looks like a mobile fortress. You know, they could totally do a crossover with G.I. Joe for this one. This could be like a Rolling Thunder. Okay, and then we have another collaboration from a beloved cartoon and video game and now movie. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog and the Transformers, Wingtail and Blue Booster. And yeah, no, this is a hard pass for me. Blue Booster, he looks cool. I mean, if you're a big fan of the cartoon and the video game, I'm sure you're gonna love this. This one's actually pretty cool. I do like the head sculpt on this one. It's got a lot of weapons. Really, really cool alt mode. It kind of reminds me of the this movie called Cars by Disney Pixar. It could be one of those characters there. It's that like kind of cute chibi-sized car. Very nice. And then wow, he's actually pretty good at articulation. And a prop airplane. I don't know. The alt modes do look good, but I don't think it's something I need, or I don't like the cartoon or video game that much to actually get into this. Okay, then we have a glimpse of actual products of the. I think these things are on pre-order. Takara Tomy announced this one a few weeks ago, or I think last month. They're continuing the Missing Link series. They're trying to give proper articulation accessories to the old G1 80s figures. They've done that with Optimus, and I think Bumblebee and Cliffjumper have just been released here in Asia. And now they're trying to do the Sunstreaker mold. They're also doing the repaint, the E-Hobby. I think this is the E-Hobby Redeco Clampdown. Clampdown? Was this Clampdown? No, it's not Clampdown. Clampdown was Prowl. This one was somebody. Let me know in the comments. I can't remember. I did a review of the Selects version, but I understand where they're going with this one, and I am tempted to get at least Sunstreaker. And then they gave us a glimpse of now the recently released Bumblebee molds. These things are so expensive. I think they're going for like $40-50 for really tiny G1 figures that have been given proper articulation. That Cliffjumper looks really nice with the chromed out bazooka and gun. Bumblebee just has the pistol, and I think everyone's wanting this Cliffjumper because of that bazooka. And then we have the HasLab Omega Prime. It really looks great, but unfortunately I don't think this one's for me. That combined mode, wow, it's much bigger than I thought it would be. Yeah, very cool. Robot modes. Yep. I mean, it's so highly detailed. I mean, for fans of the show, they're gonna love this product. Yeah, even the separate modes, they're just incredibly done. And that combined mode, man, I'm not invested in the show as much as some other fans out there. So, and this thing is just way out of my budget, so I don't think I can do this. The only way I'm going to review this is if somebody lends me the actual figure or the actual set. But this is too much of a luxury that I can't afford right now. Okay, and then we have a new type of product. I actually thought this was a model kit. It kind of looks like Flame Toys' Hot Rod or Rodimus, but I think this is a transforming product. Oh yeah, definitely. It's a Hasbro licensed product, and it's so very Gundam styled deco. The robot mode looks like a Gundam. This thing looks like, I don't know. It's very Cybertronian futuristic Earth mode. It really looks cool. I can't believe it was a transforming product. Okay, and then we have, for the nth time, the Grimlock mold again as Megatron. The Godzilla collaborative. I don't think this is officially a collaborative. I think this is Takara Tomy Japanese market exclusive for the anniversary of Godzilla, and they're doing Grimlock as Megatron. And for the nth time, the Laser Optimus Prime is once again one of the trucks in Godzilla. I don't know. No, man, this is not for me. Sorry. And we have a look at I think this is the anime, the Japanese Beast Wars, a Leo Convoy, done in a more cartoon accurate, non-Simba looking, non-Lion King looking version, and with all the gold paint and all that. This one's actually pretty good. It's definitely much better than the mainline release. And we have a look at celebrating, I think this was because of the anniversary of the Transformers movie, the first Transformers movie with Michael Bay in 2007. We've got the MPM Bumblebee. And this is, I think, a good figure for those who missed out on this first release. It wasn't as amazing, as stellar of a figure, in my opinion. It was very difficult to transform. It had a lot of problems. I really hope they've addressed it with this re-release. And then we have something that's kind of like out there. I don't know what they were going for with this one. It's an Optimus Prime version of Crosshairs. It's from Bingo Sports. Huh. Don't know what to make of this. I think this is a hard pass for me too. It's a collaboration with Bingo Sports. Is it a Takara Tomy exclusive? I think so. Or maybe not. There could be an international release as well. But the colors look great. But if they're using the crosshairs mold, this thing is going to be like a nightmare to transform. And then we have a glimpse and a look at the new, is this MP? I think it's MPG now. MPG, the Super Ginrai Optimus Prime. This is basically the Power Master Optimus Prime done in masterpiece format. And he is looking just delicious. I mean, if I had $300 to spare right now, I would buy this one in a heartbeat. If I could just pick up that kind of money on this off the street, on the sidewalk, I would totally get it. It is incredible. Even that small robot, I think this is the Jinrai version. This one doesn't come with a trailer or anything like that. This one also still looks good. I mean, if one of my buddies is watching this video and you are gonna get this figure and you'd be willing to lend it to me, I would totally review this thing. I would love to review this. And if there was any masterpiece figure that could really get me back into collecting masterpiece or MPGs, this is the figure that I think that's gonna suck me back in. It could be just a one-off, one-shot thing. I'd probably just get this one, review it, and maybe try and sell it off. But I promised myself I would never get into the masterpiece line anymore for reasons I already explained in other videos. But this one is just drawing me in, and I do hope I get a chance to review this one. Okay, now we have Blokees. Oh, Blokees is looking very good. This Optimus Prime has already been released. This is the action series. And now we have Megatron with Laserbeak. And to be quite frank, I think that Megatron is looking much better than that Optimus. I hate to say this because Optimus is always going to be my number one Transformer ever, but that Megatron with all the exaggerated, oversized parts here and there, look, and that gun I think expands. It is looking just really epic. It is looking very, very badass compared to that Optimus Prime. If they actually fought right now, Megatron would just mop the floor with Optimus right now because of all this. Look at that size, his heft. It's about the same size as Optimus, but man, we'll see. If I can get that one at a good price, just a little under $40 out here, I might just go ahead and get that one. And if I like it, I'll get that Optimus too. More Blokees. Now we have the fourth Dinobot. We've got Swoop. They've only revealed, well, they revealed the Dinobot mode. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a robot mode for that one. And at the back is Constructicons. I actually thought they were going to display the Constructicons in some form of fan mode, combined mode, but nope. I think they're reserving the combined mode for the Defender Blokees, but we'll see. More Blokees. We've got the TF1, or Transformers 1 Classic Class. I think this is Classic Class. Yep, because of the base and the flame effects on the base. I haven't dipped into this line of Blokees, but they are really looking good. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but they're still off scale to any Hasbro product or YOLO Park. They're like in a scale of their own. They're about like 5 inches. Galaxy version is in the 3.75 inch scale. This thing is like in the 5-inch scale, which just sucks. You can't mix them with the YOLO Park or Hasbro products. And then we have the Golden Lagoon series. I think this is series 2. They've already released the first series, so we're getting more figures done in gold. Not really my thing. I don't know. I mean, I love gold parts and shiny parts, but for everything to just be in gold, I don't know. No, probably not. Sorry. Unless it was just really gold chrome. No, I don't think I need this. And then finally, last thing we're going to talk about is the Singapore Comic-Con exclusive from Blokees. We've got the the metallic pink version of Optimus Prime. This is the Galaxy version Series 1 mold, but they gave him the Matrix of Leadership from the Shining version Series 1 Optimus Prime. And that thing looks just yummy. It is just like a mix of strawberry and raspberry a compote with some coolie, and they turned it into candy. And he looks great, really good with a clear weapon. And I heard that on the second day they stopped selling this thing for some reason. I think it was sold out, or for whatever reason, Blokees decided not to sell them anymore. There were only like, was there less than 1,000 of these things made? And I think they were only able to sell like 100 pieces, and they stopped. I don't know why. So it is going to be a big pain to get this figure, and this thing is going to be pricey. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get this one though, because of the hype and surrounding excitement and hype about this figure. Easily I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's selling this thing for $100 or more. So there you have it, folks. Those were the latest reveals and my favorites out of all the reveals over the weekend at the Cybertron Con 2024 at Shanghai and the Singapore Comic-Con just over the weekend. And I think these two are the last major conventions for the year. And these are probably the last reveals we're going to get for the year for Transformers. And I am so excited for 2025. My wallet and bank account are not excited though, but I'm hoping to review a lot of these guys. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to review all of them, but I will do my best. I don't know how, but I'll find a way. I would love to review every single one of the reveals in this one, especially Blokees, the Age of the Primes. They're looking very, very good. I hope they don't disappoint. Excited for the Devastator as well. So we'll see. I'll probably be collecting all the 13 primes. I hope I can. And then we'll probably let them go as one set, but I would love to do a review of them. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think of all these Transformers reveals. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.